All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to the Racing Radio's 2019 National Championship here on ChampCar Live. I'm Paul Veltum, your host this weekend, joined by Doc Waldrop and Tiffany Alexander and Bill Strong, who will be trackside for this fantastic event out here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Doc, how you doing this morning, sir?
Paulie, if I was doing any better, there'd be a collectible bobblehead made of me.
There probably should be.
There probably, exactly, but it wouldn't look anything like me because no bobblehead ever does look like the person they're made after.
Nobody ever thinks that.
So, Paulie, this is going to be an awesome race today.
It certainly is.
Cars are rolling off of pit road. We have a phenomenal view once the sun goes down.
Yeah. We're kind of getting killed
it actually,
in the
It up would be,
Up out of our eyes.
Yeah, so we're sitting directly across directly above the start-finish stand. And we can see the entire track up here. See, I didn't come up here last year, so I was sitting in the hospitality suites down there soaking up the sun. And now I'm really soaking up some sun.
Yeah, so we're here perched high above the speedway here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, just getting ready to start off 14 hours of continuous endurance road racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
So right now they're pulling the cars that are our championship contenders out from their pit stalls. They're going to start the race, and the rest of the field will fall in behind them. And Paulie, I normally do my predictions, but I was afraid I might miss somebody or something, so I didn't do a list. But I think it's almost anybody's race. My personal pick, I'm going to go with the 9.4 Motorsports Supra. I think this layout is conducive to their ride. So, Tiffany, who you got?
Although I think the 9.4 Supra is going to be strong, I want to go with my buddies at the Arrow. That's the Huggins team. My buddies at Christmas.
Who you got, Paul? I'm going to go with our bank racing.
Yeah.
They're hot off of that big win at Daytona. They've got Andrew in the car with them. They've got Ethan Lowe. They always bring a crack team of drivers to these events, and it's going to be so tough for these guys to face off against that team with that pedigree.
You know, it was hard for me to pass over Team Jackie Hicks. Their first 14-hour win in ChampCar, their first win in ChampCar was here in Charlotte. Yep.
So Jackie Yates, both cars up here this weekend. Who you got, Bill?
I'm thinking, if not an MR2, I'm thinking Simon Says.
Well, and that's a great pick too.
Yeah.
You know, and we shouldn't count out the MR2s. We've got ludicrous speed here this weekend.
Just off of back-to-back wins at Road America last weekend.
Yeah, and I got a chance to talk to the owner there, and he said that it was a thrash fest trying to get ready for this race. You got to remember, they just got done racing on Sunday,
right? And
they're back here after a two-day race. They're back here trying to see what they can do for today, which is a 14-hour race, and that's a huge challenge.
Right, that's a lot of time. I mean, that's a very short turnaround time to put that car for a very long race, and for a championship, you really want to go there.
It's a very short turnaround indeed, and so we can expect it's going to be a challenge for them. I'm kind of with you on this, Doc. There's just so many teams represented out here this weekend that it's going to be really difficult to make a solid pick. But I'm just going to have to go with Arbank Racing, and we'll see where the chips fall as things get going. You know, back at Daytona, there were some other teams that were in the hunt for the overall win. We saw KSR that went out relatively early in the race. We had big expectations for them at Daytona when they lost a transmission around 10:45, but Arbank Racing came to the lead, and wow, what a fight they had with Visceral Racing Group. It just seemed like Arbank could not get a break on the pit stops, and Visceral was getting every one of them. And then, lo and behold, a failure on the Visceral machine. and it was Arbank Racing that took the win, but it was not an easy fight. The Vikings were close behind. And, another team that's out here this weekend that I was watching doing some practice laps, the ever-burdened Cone Crushers out here this weekend, a team that's had nothing but one early fire after another. It has been a tough season for the Porsche 944 team. They're out here again today.
They were
with big
thrashing
hopes.
just before they got here, too. They pulled, basically, from what I understand, a basic all-nighter just on Thursday.
Yeah, I was talking to Rich and Scott, and they said they worked on the car until they drove it onto the trailer and brought it here. So they're coming here with no testing on a lot of repairs they did. And I think one of them at least has not been here before. So they, I think several folks were renting cars yesterday, doing a rental car and doing some parade laps, getting ready for that to see the course to try to get prepared. So they're always strong, but they're coming out having car tested and on a couple hours of sleep. So we'll see how they shake out.
I mean, we haven't talked about NLS or Not Banned Yet. I mean, Not Banned Yet had a good run going at Road Atlanta earlier this year before they broke. It's
I think with teams like Not Bandwidth, you're reliant on what drivers you have. You have some of the really fast drivers, but they're really hard on the equipment, and some of these cars aren't designed for their type of speed.
You know who else we haven't mentioned? Hello, our defending champion, RVA Graphics and Wraps, are out there with that Schultz and Company E30, so they're back here to defend their title. There's GMS Racing is here. They won Nelson Ledges last year. It's a 24-hour race, so it's going to be crazy. Yeah, I think it's a much stronger field than we had last year at NCM.
Holly, I'm right below you.
Had 69
25, almost half the field.
Come on, stand up.
I'm trying to put things together here, Bill.
Yep, the rest of the field is filing off. There's the crowd favorite, Brew Racing. There's, the Glitter Bomb, Tyler Pedersen's Crank Anchors Racing. There goes Ella, but you'll be driving later on,
Yes,
Tiffany.
I will.
Second 10.
Sometime later this year.
Right.
Anyway, this track is really exciting. I think it's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. It's a little bit different layout than we ran last year. There's like an inner loop on the inner loop, as it were. And we're not going to run that this year. So it's going to be all the way from turn 2 down to whatever turn that is. I don't know.
Let's see. Two, that's three. That's four.
That's probably
five over
five,
there,
something
yeah.
like that. Anyway, so
I was studying my track map.
yeah, were you? I
Yeah.
say I didn't, since I'm not going to drive. One of my favorite cars in our series is out here. That's that Riff Raff Racing that races that Triumph TR6. It's all painted up like a World War II fighter plane.
And a Fiero. I mean, you can't not mention the Fiero.
Yeah, true. Couple of Mustangs, couple of Camaros, not too many D-Series or D-Class cars.
Which is surprising a little. I mean, because this
Yeah.
track could favor that.
Well, I think the big equalizer today is we are not running either one of the chicanes that NASCAR used for the Roval race last year. So you enter the track basically at turn 1, and you're going to go all the way through turn 4. And, Charlotte's a little bit different than Daytona. At Daytona, your car practically drives itself on the banking. Not so much here at Charlotte. You've got to really work that throttle going through 3. It's a lot tighter.
I was noticing that. The banking is not near as tight. I mean, and not near as high. So
Well, it's tighter. It's compressed.
it's tight. Yeah, it's much shorter. And, I was because on a track map, it kind of looks like Daytona,
Yeah,
right?
but
You
it's
get
not.
Put your eyes on it, and you're like, this is quite a different beast.
It's a cool track.
We've
And
got the cars.
The infield has a ton of elevation
Yep.
change, which I didn't
which you
quite
wouldn't
expect.
think. Yeah, Daytona's flat as a board.
What was that you were going to say there, Bill?
I mean, it's a tough track, especially with some of these turns at the speed that we're going to be doing on this track. The equalizer last year was those bus stops, but there was a crew of people that thought they would be better off as a McLaren, or that's an Audi goes by as our pace car this weekend or today to start the race off.
That's pretty.
But they thought it would be the equalizer for the little cars like the Miatas, but I'm pretty certain it will not be. It will be the big cars that will the big V6s and the straight sixes that will dominate here.
So,
Cars that can go fast.
Again, I mean, just looking at this, we've got 9.4's Toyota Supra is going to bring us to the green. And then it's the 2 R-Bank cars, then Schultz and Company, RVA Graphics and Wraps. The 2 Pinkies Out teams, Visceral, not banned yet. And then I kind of lost track of the rest of the field. But the start's going to be blazing. Team Jackie Ix and with the Cone Crushers, they're about, looks like about 12th in the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, something like 10 to 12. So
what I'm noticing is I'm looking out over this track. They're doing the recon laps right now, all in line, and they're taking up 3/4 of the track.
yeah.
So there are going to be quite a few cars out here on this course.
Yeah, on that first recon lap, the cars stretched all the way from NASCAR 4 back to NASCAR 1.
Yeah, Bill, can you mute your mic? We're getting a lot of background noise there. Thank you. So we're just getting ready to start here, everybody. 14 hours of racing. We've only got a couple cameras working. Sorry about that. We're working to get some other track cameras and some other things going on, but we're just having a little trouble with the signal, I guess. But just getting ready to get started here, and it's going to be green flag at 9 o'clock, and then we're going to be checkers at 11 p.m. tonight.
We got to go to 11?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So anyway, it's we haven't talked about the weather. It is absolutely beautiful here. High expected about 75 degrees. There's not a cloud in the sky. There's only some jet contrails, as opposed to yesterday when it got crazy here.
Yeah.
We
had
wind.
The wind. The rain was pretty hard too, but the wind that followed it was ridiculous. Nobody set up an easy up. It's like, why sacrifice an easy up to the weather gods this early?
No, I came out of the garages and the wind was blowing so hard, all the trash cans were running across the paddock. I was like, they're chasing me.
Yep. Yeah.
Getting a little scared.
Connor, one of the guys that's working on our car, we saw one do a complete 360 pirouette in place, and it was just kind of funny, you know.
Speaking of which, Connor Frank up in the tower feeding us some information from the
All right, we're going green.
From the control. We're just a couple spots away. Green flag flies at Charlotte Motor Speedway, beginning 14 hours of continuous endurance
Cone Crushers
racing.
all the way on the inside.
They jumped in there.
Visceral locks them up going into turn 1. There is a gap now in turn 1 that the cars that aren't going to make the turn can possibly sneak through, as opposed to last year when it was a solid wall.
An escape route if you lose your brakes, as it were.
Last year was just, man, there were a lot of cars spearing that turn 1 tire wall.
Is your car smoking a little bit there, Doc?
I don't know.
I saw a little smoke over there, but they were in a little pack, so.
Yeah, it looks like a wheel lockup.
Mm-hmm. Like left rear.
So we're just getting things underway here.
We've already got somebody pulling off down there at the exit of the infield. They're backing up.
It's one of the Jackie X cars.
No, yes, it is. It's a 935. His hood is all bowed up.
Wow.
So it looks like he's made contact with somebody.
Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I've got so much sun in my eyes, I can't even see my monitor. I don't know what you're seeing.
Our bank just took the lead from the Supra, the our bank Civic.
Yep, it's our bank 9-4, and then RVA Graphics and Wraps, the top three.
Yeah, I'm calling this place the Ring Around the Shovel because the inside, the infield just looks like a shovel handle.
A mistake there.
Right, you're not stealing any real estate over there.
Looks like we've lost all of our camera feeds now, so apologize for that.
They're going into turn 4 right now. Totally missed them. As our bank comes down the into the tri-oval, has a considerable lead now over the Supra, followed by a new car. Who is that?
Here comes Team Jackie X limping onto pit road.
That's the 346, followed by the RVA Graphic. And the challenge for second place is getting pretty heated by 3 cars, and it's not ready to be joined by not yet banned.